This is Avish Parsha from befunnyasaSpeaker.com, and today what we're going to talk about is how to improve your writing. And one of the best ways to do that is to read On Writing by Stephen King. This is one of my favorite books on the craft of writing. The subtitle is A Memoir of the Craft. And basically what this is, the first half of the book, is Stephen King talking about his story, how he got started writing as a kid, and eventually up till where he sold Carrie and started making real money and became a success, quote unquote, which I guess is not quote unquote for Stephen King because really he's a success. And then the second half of the book is about the writing craft. He starts out with a section on tools like grammar and punctuation, things like that, and then he goes into just techniques for writing. Now you may be wondering, well, this is befunnyasaSpeaker.com, not beafunnywriter.com or befunnyasaWriter.com. So why are we talking about writing? Well, because good speeches are first written. And that really applies whether you write your speech out word for word or whether you just kind of outline it. You have to have an idea what you say. And the better you're able to craft those words, the more effective your presentation will be. And this is one of the best books that talks about that. Now, On Writing is specifically designed for people writing novels and fiction. But you can use this because, as we talk about a lot on the befunnyasaSpeaker.com website, one of the best ways to impact your audience and to make them laugh is to tell stories. So learning how to write those stories and craft them effectively is very, very useful. So in this book, King will talk a lot about that. We'll talk about the use of description, the use of story, the use of character. And you can see it's not a very thick book, and half of it, like I said, is his story. So it's not like a dense textbook where you get lost in it. He really just isolates it down to a few key essentials that you can and should use to make your writing more effective. But what I really like about this book, even beyond just the straight how to be a better writer stuff, is I find it fairly inspirational, fairly motivational. He has some great lines and great quotes in here. He talks about how he almost gave up writing Carrie, and he actually threw away his original start of his manuscript, and his wife went into the garbage and pulled it out. So that's kind of inspirational for anybody who's kind of still struggling, trying to make it. He talks in there about his son playing the saxophone, but how his son would only practice at certain times when he was designed to. He never had the true passion or love for it. And he said that, you know, once you have that passion, it makes talent, all that, makes practice meaningless because you do something because you want to. And I think that's a lesson any speaker can learn, because if you're trying to be a great speaker, it's a long road, and you got to have passion for it. You know, there's just a lot of great little tidbits and lessons. And obviously, King is a brilliant writer, so it's a great read. So I'd highly recommend you pick up On Writing, read it through, be inspired by the message and the lessons, and take away King's advice and use it to craft better stories. It'll make your presentations better and tighter, and as a result, they will be funnier. So thanks once again. For more information and articles, be sure to check out www.befunnyasaSpeaker.com.